Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Malcolm-Jamal Warner tragically passed away from accidental drowning on July 20, 2025, while vacationing with his family at Playa Cocos on Costa Rica's Caribbean coast. Local authorities said he was caught in a strong rip current and, despite bystanders' efforts, was found unresponsive and later pronounced dead by the Costa Rican Red Cross due to asphyxia from drowning. Now, the question is, could his death have been prevented? Absolutely. Rip currents are strong, narrow currents that flow from the shore out to the sea. They're common and they can pull swimmers away from safety quickly. When faced with a rip current, you should swim parallel to the ocean or to the beach, not trying to go through, not trying to swim forward or even backwards. You're supposed to swim parallel to the beach. That's the way it goes. And I know this, fam, because I've been looking at these type of tragedies for decades. Starting when I was in middle school, I would hear about people drowning, and I was like, damn, it can't happen to me. I'm not gonna let that happen to me. So, but one of the first things that I started doing, though, was just making sure that I just respect the ocean, respect the waters, respect those currents, those waves. I don't walk out into the ocean where the water gets halfway to my knees. If it's halfway to my knees, I'm in too deep. I'm getting the hell up out of there. I love the water, I love the beach, but I don't love it that much. One of the best ways to avoid a tragedy like this is to heed the warning signs. Those beach flags, they often indicate danger. Avoid swimming in flag red zones or unguarded beaches. When I see an unguarded beach, that is my signal to stay far away from that water, because the less amount of beach guards you have, lifeguards you have, less likely, if something bad happens, you're gonna survive. So you gotta respect the water, man. You gotta respect the water at all times. Now, Eddie Griffin, who played on Malcolm and Eddie, co-starring with Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he dropped a post on his Instagram stories, and this is what it read. My big little brother, R.I.P. King. Yeah, man, R.I.P. King. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, one of the good dudes in Hollywood, and I'm telling you, fam, it's hard to find some good dudes in Hollywood. Hollywood's so damn fake. But Malcolm was a real one. Malcolm was also unassuming. Malcolm was not the kind of dude that was ever loud, never pretentious, never boisterous, but he had respect in the industry. He never got caught up in all of this silly stuff that go on in Hollywood, but he was very much in Hollywood. The one time that I actually had a conversation with him, where we got on some intellectual stuff, and then we started talking about, the political landscape and how things are, and it was just, it just opened my eyes to how woke he was. Like, he was really woke. He knew what was going on, and in his own way, he addressed the issues that concerned him. He wasn't going to be loud about it. He not going to walk around and pumping his fist and all that kind of stuff, but he would quietly get things done. That's a train in the background now. But anyway, fam, yeah, this is cold, man. This was totally unexpected. This definitely falls under the category of things I never thought that I would report on, because Malcolm was in tip-top, shape as far as good health and everything. I didn't know of him to have any health issues. So when somebody, dies suddenly like this, obviously, man, it shakes people to the core. And it's a reminder to get your house in order, because you never know how it's going to go. But that water, fam, is something to be respected. I respect that water because I know too many people who have drowned, even good swimmers. A good swimmer, if you try to challenge those rip currents and you don't know what you're doing, you are going to drown. You are going to die. So most people that I know like water. Most people that I know like the beach. It's sexy, beach is exotic, you want to get out there, you want to have a house on the beach, you want to walk on the beach, it's romantic and all of those type of things. But as sexy and romantic and exotic as the beach is, there's an undercurrent of danger, and you have to respect it. Another thing about those rip currents don't pull swimmers underwater. They pull them outward. So you got to have training on how to survive a situation like that should you find yourself in one. You also should have training on how to save someone should they find themselves in that type of situation. Save them without sacrificing your own life, because that happens a lot too. Oftentimes, you see somebody drowning, your first instinct is to go for it, jump in there and try to save them. And you out there and you're practicing swimming pool techniques, not ocean techniques, So you jump out there, and next thing you know, man, a wave come through there and watch both of you guys out to sea. And, next thing you know, there's a search and recovery team looking for you. It's a cold game, man. Cold game. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was one of the good ones. He was one of the good dudes. And so he absolutely is going to be missed. He's the type of dude that's not easily replaced, right? Well, he can't be replaced in any event. But the point is that he was a good dude. Malcolm's death highlights the importance of strong ocean currents and respecting the posted warnings, swimming with others, and having some basic knowledge of ocean safety. Fam, it's real out there. This is why I always say safety first. Safety first. Have a good time. Have a ball. But safety first. R.I.P. Malcolm-Jamal Warner. My condolences to his family, his friends, and fans. No more talk.